Good day everyone! For today's group presentation, we'll be talking about one of the most iconic and successful coffee shop brands in the world, Starbucks Coffee Company. Alam naman natin halos lahat na kilala ang Starbucks. Kapag sinabi mong Starbucks, hindi lang basta kape ang pumapasok sa isip natin, kundi yung buong experience, yung amoy ng freshly brewed coffee, yung relaxing na ambience ng store, at syempre, yung barista na sinusulat yung pangalan natin sa cup. But Starbucks actually started in Seattle, USA back in 1971, and from that small store, lumaki sila into more than 38,000 stores worldwide in over 80 countries. Dito sa Pilipinas, dumating ang Starbucks noong 1997 at ngayon meron na silang higit 400 branches all over the country. Pero bakit nga ba sila naging number 1 at nagtagumpay ng ganito kalaki? It's not just about selling coffee It's also about their strategic way of managing their business. Kaya sa presentation na ito, ipapakita namin sa inyo kung paano naging successful ang Starbucks at ano yung mga strategies nila para mapanatiling top choices ng mga coffee lovers all over the world.
Good day po, I am Laura Rose Trinidad and I'll be talking about the background of our chosen business, Starbucks. The first Starbucks store was located in Seattle. They are small business na nagbebenta lang ng coffee beans noong 1971. The name Starbucks is inspired by the classic tale Moby Dick. The Starbucks grew into a cafe because of Howard Schultz. Na-inspire si Schultz during his travel to Italy na gawing cafe style ang Starbucks. Nakahintulad din na nakita niya sa Italy where people can sit down, enjoy coffee, and relax. They even swapped their brown apron to green na naging signature color ng Starbucks ngayon. From then on, Starbucks grew bigger at nag-expand ito globally. It became trend, a lifestyle to anyone. Pag sinabi natin Starbucks, you don't think about the coffee. You think about the whole experience inside. The comfy chair, the music, the ways to write your name in the cup, and the bond you shared with your family or friends. In the Philippines, the first Starbucks branch was in Makati. At ngayon, halos lahat ng lugar sa Pilipinas ay may Starbucks. It just shows how Starbucks dominate and expand their business around the world.
Good day everyone, I am Rindy Ann Batak and I will be presenting our organization, mission, vision, and core values. Starbucks' mission is to nurture woman connection with every cup, conversation, and community, while their core values are to create a culture of warmth and belonging, act with courage, be present, and deliver results with accountability. While the specific mission and values have involved the company's fundamental and remain to provide high qualities, ethically resourced coffee and foster a welcoming environment for its partners and customers worldwide.
Good day everyone, I'm Darlene Arfami from BSHN3L. Today I will report about the competitive strategy of Starbucks. Starbucks uses differentiation strategy, meaning they don't just sell a coffee, they sell an experience. Kapag pumupunta tayo ng Starbucks, hindi lang kape yung binabayaran natin, kundi pati yung ambience, music, relaxing space na tinatawag nilang third place, a place outside home and work. They also use premium pricing strategy. Mas mahal talaga yung Starbucks compare sa competitors nila like Dunkin' Donuts. Pero customers still buy because they see it as a premium and lifestyle brand. For example, kahit na mas mura sa Dunkin' Coffee, people choose Starbucks dahil may kasamang prestige at status symbol. Another strategy is innovation and customization. Starbucks allows customers to personalize their drink like choosing oat milk, sugar-free, or extra shot. Lastly, Starbucks focuses on sustainability and global impact. They use ethically sourced bean, eco-friendly packaging, and green initiatives in their stores worldwide. This make customer trust them more kasi they care about the community and the environment. Overall, Starbucks' competitive strategy is built on differentiations, premium pricing, innovation, and sustainability. Hindi sila nakikipag-price war, instead they position themselves as a lifestyle brand where customers pay not just for a coffee, but for the overall experience and values that Starbucks represent.
So hi everyone, I'm Ronaldine M. Reyes and I'll be discussing the strengths and the weaknesses of Starbucks. First, their strength. Una, Starbucks has a very strong brand image. Kapag sinabi mong Starbucks, automatic na naisip ng tao ay quality coffee, premium service at social na experience. Dahil dito, naging status symbol siya sa maraming lugar. Second, they have a million of loyal customer. Their Starbucks reward program alone has more than 30 million members worldwide. Ibig sabihin, hindi lang basta one-time buyer ang customer nila, kundi talagang bumabalik at nananatiling loyal sa brand. Third is Starbucks is known for continuous innovation. Lagi silang may bagong drinks, food items, at seasonal promo na nagpapasaya at nagpapa-excite sa customer. Halimbawa na dito yung mga holiday drinks nila na laging inaabangan every year. Now, their weaknesses. Una, Starbucks products are expensive compared to other coffees. Dahil dito, hindi siya accessible for everyone at mas nagiging pang-class or pang-elite. Second, they rely heavily on US market. Halos 45% ng kita nila galing pa rin doon. Kung bababa yung demand ng US, malaking epekto sa overall sales ng company. Lastly is may criticism issue din sila. May mga reports na minsan overwork ang staff o sobrang dami ng store sa isang lugar, kaya nagiging saturated na. Dahil dito, nawawala minsan yung uniqueness ng Starbucks experience. So overall, Starbucks is a very successful and powerful brand. Pero kahit ganon, they still have area to improve, lalo na sa presyo, operation at pagiging more inclusive to different markets.
Let's move SWOT analysis, opportunities, and threats. For opportunities is they can expand emerging marketings, especially in Asia and Africa. And they can also attract more people by offering healthier drinks, organic optional, and sustainable products. And nagbibigay din sila ng point system and discounts. At mas lalong para mas lalong balikan ang kanilang store ay naglalabas sila ng mga bagong product na kakaaliwan ng mga tao at hindi pagsasawaan. At maaari na rin tayong gumamit ng mobile app or online delivery para less hassle sa pag-order ng gusto natin. So let's move for threats. Competitions. Alam naman natin na madaming kakompetensya ang Starbucks like McCafe, Tim Hortons, Dunkin' Donut Coffee, and other coffee shops. Economic downturns is kapag tumataas ang mga ingredients, for sure na natin is tataas din ang mga price ng products, kaya ang mga customer ay hahanap ng affordable na coffee shop. Alam naman natin ngayon na madami nang nagbubukas o naglalabas ng mga small coffee shop na affordable na pero masarap. At yung iba naman is healthy conscious, kaya nagkakating down sila ng sugar and caffeine. So, Starbucks always need to adapt para mapanatili na relevant and malakas sila to other coffee shop.
Now, let's talk about global expansion strategy. Before that, I'm Eldrin Amor. So dito naman tayo sa global expansion strategy ng Starbucks. Isa sa mga dahilan kung bakit naging successful sila ay dahil hindi lang sila basta-basta nag-o-open ng store sa ibang bansa. Nagre-research muna sila kung ano yung mga culture at taste ng mga tao doon. Ang tawag sa strategy nila ay localizations. Global plus local equals localizations. Global brand sila, pero ina-adjust nila yung products nila para mag-fit sa local cultures. So kumbaga, kahit international brand sila, ramdam mo pa rin yung local vibe. For example, sa Japan, meron silang matcha drinks at mga sakura-inspired beverage. Sa Philippines naman, meron tayong Spanish latte, ensaymada, at pati mango desserts. Tapos sa Middle East, meron silang date-flavored drinks. Pero hindi lang sila basta nagbebenta ng premium coffee o mga drinks. Ang goal nila ay makipag-connect sa mga local people. Parang nagkakaroon sila ng relationship kapag pumapasok ka sa Starbucks sa ibang bansa. Hindi lang kape yung binibili mo, kundi yung feeling na naiintindihan nila kung ano yung comfort taste mo. So, dahil dito, kahit saan ka pumunta ng Starbucks, feel familiar kasi global brand sila. Pero at the same time, parang swak din sa panlasa at kultura ng local people. Yun yung mga nagiging edge or advantage nila sa ibang company or sa tinatawag na nila na global expansion strategy.
Hi, I would like to introduce myself first. My name is Jesse James Estero, and I'm from BHHM 3L. Hi, now that we've seen how Starbucks builds its brand and connects with customers, let's move on to another important factors that makes them stand out, the innovation and technology. Starbucks has always been ahead when it comes to innovation and technology. Sila yung isa sa mga unang nag-introduce ng mobile ordering at cashless payments through the Starbucks app na talagang nagbago sa customer's experience. With the app, customers can easily order ahead and i-customize yung kanilang drinks at makakuha pa ng rewards all in one place. Kaya naging malaki parte ito sa success journey nila. In fact, noong 2023, around 30% of the Starbucks US sales ay galing mismo sa mobile app. Imagine, halos 3 sa bawat 10 customers gumagamit na ng app para lang umorder lang ng kape. This only shows how much people rely on this technology. Bukod dito, marunong ding sila magdala ng excitement sa menu nila. They keep it fresh by offering seasonal drinks like the pumpkin spice latte tuwing fall, and then yung mga holiday blends tuwing Pasko. Dahil limited time lang to, nagiging dahilan ito para bumalik yung mga customers. So overall, Starbucks isn't just selling coffee. Hindi lang sila nagbebenta ng kape. Ang tunay nilang binebenta ay isang experience na tech-driven, personalized, and convenient na siyang dahilan kung bakit loyal pa rin ang mga tao sa brand nila. Of course, innovation and technology are just one side of the story. May isa pa tayong importanteng factor na dahilan kung bakit naging successful yung Starbucks. And then, that's what we'll talk about next.
Good day everyone. So for this slide, sustainability and social responsibility, Starbucks isn't just about selling coffee. They also focus on being responsible. They have this program called CAFE Practices, which stands for Coffee and Farmer Equity, where they make sure farmers are treated fairly and paid properly. Starbucks also promised to cut their carbon footprint by 50% by the year 2030, which is a big step for the environment. Now, when we say carbon footprint, it basically means the amount of population we create that warms the earth. The more energy we waste, the bigger our footprint becomes. That's why companies like Starbucks are trying to shrink theirs to help fight climate change. Even customers can join in, like when you bring your own tumbler or use one of their usable tumblers, you get a discount. Overall, Starbucks wants to show that they care about both the environment and the community, and this makes people feel good about supporting their brand.
Good day, my name is Jan Marpolandaya, and this is the conclusion. The image features a quote attributed to Howard Schultz, former CEO of Starbucks Coffee, emphasizing the importance of treating employees with respect and dignity. Starting, our mission statement about treating people with respect and dignity is not just words, but a creed we live by every day. You can expect your employees to exceed the expectations of your customers if you don't exceed the employees' expectation of management. So our report shows that Starbucks' success did not happen by chance. It is the result of smart and consistent strategic management. From a small coffee bean store in Seattle, it became one of the most recognized and loved coffee brands in the world because they know how to manage every part of their business with purpose. So they use differentiation as their main competitive strategies, offering not just coffee but a whole lifestyle experience. This makes customers feel special and willing to pay more for the quality, ambience, and premium service they get. Their SWOT analysis also shows how they use their strengths like brand loyalty and innovation to overcome weaknesses and threats while turning opportunities into growth. Through localization, they adapt their products to fit the taste and cultures of each country while keeping their global brand identity. They also lead in innovation and technology, making their service faster and more convenient through mobile ordering and rewards programs. Essentially, they show social responsibility and sustainability, proving that a business can succeed while caring for people and the environment. As future hospitality managers, the biggest lesson we can get from Starbucks is that customer experience is the heart of business success. If we can create a warm, memorable, and personalized experience for our guests or customer, they will stay loyal to our brand no matter what happen, no matter how competitive the market is. And that's all po. Thank you.
Trivia time! Alam nyo ba kung saan galing yung logo ng Starbucks? So yung logo nila ay hindi lang basta-basta naisip bigla. Ang inspiration talaga nito ay isang siren, hindi mermaid. Ang siren kasi ay dalawa ang buntot. Kung mapapansin nyo sa Starbucks ng logo, dalawa ang buntot na hawak ng isang babae. Ang mermaid kasi isa lang ang buntot. Noong ginawa yung brand nila, gusto nila ang image ay konektado sa dagat. Kasi ang Starbucks na pangalan nila ay galing yun sa isang character novel na Moby Dick, na related din sa dagat at adventures. Kaya naisip nila kung bagay ang sea-inspired yung logo. Ang meaning naman ng siren para siyang simbolo ng pagiging irresistible. Di ba yung mga siren sa kwento nakaka-attract ng mga sailors o mangingisda? Parang ganun din yung coffee nila. Mahirap tanggihan. Kaya kung titignan mo yung through the years, nag-evolve yung design. Pero yung siren nandun pa rin. So every time na Starbucks ang makikita nyo, mapapansin nyo yung logo, merong sirens doon. Reminder na origin nila at yung idea ng coffee is something na nakaka-attract.